How many of you know that we have more than 20 apps? So that's a topic here. Before that, I thought I'll briefly talk about a little bit about the company. I mean, we don't spend a lot of time talking about the company, so we always prefer our products doing the talking. But I thought I'll spend just 5 minutes talking about it. This is the 20th year we've been in business. It's actually it feels pretty young as a company. The average age of the company is 26, and you can see, and a lot of you can ask the people that are around here, ask them how long they have been working with the company, and you'll be surprised by the duration, because it's a company with a great culture, and you'll notice that talking to various people here. And now we have over 3,500 employees worldwide. Our US headquarters is in Pleasanton. We have expanded in Austin as well. We have a massive office in India. We have 30 people team in Japan and a 30 people team in China. We expanded in Europe as well. We have an office in London. We'll soon be opening up an office in Amsterdam. That's where our European data centers are. We recently rolled those out. So we have been expanding. Last year, we were 3,000 employees strong. This year, 3,500. We are adding about 500 employees every year. It's been growing well. In terms of the applications, I'll get into the details in a bit, but overall, we have over 30 applications in our portfolio. And we were able to do all of this without raising any money. Private bootstrap. And we intend to be private. You're not going to see us in the public market. There are several reasons behind it. I'm not going to go over it now. And more importantly, what we're proud of is we are able to bootstrap a company. We didn't take a dime. We start selling our first product, made money from it, invested it back into the company, creating more products. And over the past 20 years, we created over 100 different applications across various markets, various industries. Zoho is the latest brand of this portfolio of applications that we have built. But over these last 20 years, we're proud of the company that we have built. And more importantly, I think we have our customers who loved the solutions that we offered. And now we have over 20 million users. We are adding over 500,000 users every month. That's the pace, and the pace has been accelerating. So the number of users, the number of applications, and all of these are certainly growing. And now we do business in 120 countries. So we have paying customers in 120 countries worldwide. So which means we work across time zones, across languages, across currencies. So that's briefly about Zoho. So I thought I'll spend some time on the applications because that's what it's all about. So we have over 30 applications. So what kind of applications are these, right? And many people come to us and say, 30 applications, you guys are crazy. You should just focus on one application and do one application alone. But then we take a slightly different view here on that. When we do these 30 applications, there is certainly a method behind this madness. And I want to explain that here in this short session. If you look at a typical business, let's say you're starting a company, right? Maybe a restaurant, maybe some other business. What do? Well, you register your company, you build a team. And after you build a team, the first thing is, well, you're out to go get some customers. So you start to market yourself. So you start to have some online presence. First thing you need is maybe go register a domain and maybe put up a website. So, well, you need a tool for that. You need some marketing apps or some apps that can help you set up a website. Then, well, obviously, now that you have online presence, you want to market your business. How do you market your business? Sure, you can put your business on various network sites out there so that they are findable. So your business is findable. Maybe sites like Yelp, sites like Angie's List, and there are a ton of sites like that. So you want to market your business. You want to market it on social networks like Facebook and Twitter, where your customers are. So you need some marketing apps. So apart from building your website, you need applications to market on the social channels, as well as market your business through other means. It could be like through email campaigns. You may already have a list of customers or prospects for your business. If you have an email list, well, you may want to just send out an email. So you need an email campaign suite for that. But then after you start doing the marketing, well, assume that your prospects view your campaign and they visit your website. Once they visit your website, you want to track them. You want to see that, hey, this is the user that has come to my business, my website from this campaign. Now I want to start engaging with them. So I want to have a chat session with him, and maybe I want to jump on a call with him and try to sell him. So that's the process, right? After you start marketing, you get your website, your visitors, your website gets visitors, and then, of course, you convert your visitors into prospects or customers. So that's the process. So you need tools for each of these processes, and that's why each of these tools exist. Like Zoho Sites lets you create a website. Zoho Social lets you market your business in social channels. Zoho Campaigns lets you send out your email campaigns to your business. And once you start getting traffic to your business, Zoho Sales IQ lets you track visitors that are on your website and start a conversation with them and put them in the sales funnel. So talking about the sales funnel, because after the marketing part is done is when the sales part begins. Like once you have the website visitors, and once you start the dialogue with them, is when you start to qualify them and you start the sales process. And that's entire sales qualification is part of the sales product, and that's where products like CRM come in as well. Of course, as your business grows, you hire more people, and you may want to create a friendly competition between sales force. So you may want to motivate them. You may want to create some kind of a games or some gamify the process of selling. You may want to say, hey, I want to provide a gift, a reward to my salesperson who does the most number of calls on a daily basis. Well, then you set up a reward, and you set up a system so that you motivate the person. If you are a business that want to do that, well, we also have a tool called Motivator that can help you with that. So there are several sales-related applications that typical business needs, and we offer some of those as well. But after, let's say you found your customer, you successfully closed the deal. What do? Well, you start to support the customer. Well, the customer may call your business, so he may call you through a telephone, or he may send out an email. He may maybe yell at you on social channels. These are all various channels for the customer service. Increasingly, each of these communication channels became customer support channels. So you need a customer support or customer service application that can handle multiple channels. And that's where Zoho support comes in as well. So after you win the customer, you need to support the customer, and that's where Zoho support comes in. And of course, you need to make sure that the customer is happy, customer is satisfied. So just to check the pulse of the customer, you do some surveys. And that's where the Zoho survey comes in as well. So if you look at it, there are various tools that you do both on the marketing side. There are tools you need on the sales side as well as the support side. And when we offer all these three groups of tools, and we call them the front office bucket. And you needed applications for all of these, and that's why we have a ton of applications in this bucket. But then there are other aspects too. Let's say you complete the sale, but then how about invoicing? And how about the back office stuff? How do you know the health of your business? You need some finance applications, like accounting, integration with your banks, and we're sending out invoices, dealing with various vendors. All the back office related stuff, you need applications for that. So that's where we offer these applications like bookkeeping, invoicing, and subscription management along with expenses. So these are all some of the applications in the finance suite. But then as your business grows, well, you hire more people. You need tools to recruit people. So we offer applications for recruitment. We offer applications for people management, HR services, Like as you hire more people, you need to provide enough tools for your business, for your employees, so that they can manage their time off, they can apply a leave. And so all these entire process, they may want to share some documents related to their pay, or it could be related to various other stuff that are internal to your business. So there are various tools that are needed there. So even on the HR side, there are some apps that we offer. And then of course there are other IT related apps, because as you do a lot of these apps, every app has its own reporting. Your accounting has its reporting, your CRM has reporting, your website analytics offers good reporting. Similarly, your other support applications like support apps do have offer reporting. What if you want to have a consolidated report, an overview of your business? Well, that's where our business intelligence system in Zoho Reports comes in as well. What if your business is unique? What if you have a very specific requirement that we don't offer an application? Well, in that case, Zoho Creator comes in that lets you create an application without having to write a lot of code. Zoho Creator is our second most popular application after CRM, and where people can build their own applications. And that's become a platform in the last decade or so. We have over 1.2 million applications created on that platform so far. And if you try it, you'll know. In fact, some of the aspects of CRM, where you extend CRM, like through custom functions and all of that, are all powered by Zoho Creator. So these are some of the applications you need at the back office side, and we can group them under the back office bucket. Unfortunately, the list of applications that you need doesn't end with the front office and back office apps, because when you have employees, well, you need to communicate with them, you need to collaborate with them. Well, so there are some applications on the communications side, like email or chat, audio conferencing, video conferencing. You need applications like these for your business. Similarly, on the collaboration side, you may be working on a project with your customer. Well, you need a project management solution. You need something like a private social network, like we are all used to something like Facebook. What about an equivalent of Facebook in your business, so that you can collaborate with various members of your organization? Or it could be even just within your group, your sales team communicating with each other, or your marketing team communicating with each other. So you need tools for that. That's where Zoho Connect comes in. Similarly, you need applications for productivity as well. So word processor, spreadsheet, presentation applications, and of course, document collaboration. Share your documents centrally within the organization, within a group, within individuals, or outside your organization. You need tools for that. If you look at all these tools and all these applications that you need, that's a ton of applications. I mean, we are talking about 20, 30 applications, and even the productivity and collaboration application landscape itself has a few hundred vendors in that. Recently, I saw a marketing technology landscape, 3870 vendors in that offering marketing applications in that ecosystem. So that's how crazy some of these are, and picking a vendor is certainly a challenge. So if you look at each of these, right, the productivity, the front office side, which is the sales, marketing, and support, the back office side, which is finance, IT, HR, and others, and then the productivity and collaboration, you need ton of apps, tens of applications to run a business, and that's basically the web applications I'm talking about, not even talking about the mobile apps. Once you include the mobile apps, you're talking about, add another 50 to it. And that's what we're trying to build here, an integrated suite of these applications. That is the Zoho suite. When we say Zoho suite, and in our homepage we say this, we are trying to build the operating system for business. What do we mean by that? It's the underlying fabric on which you can run your entire business. So right from the beginning of starting your business, you should be able to, right from registering the domain to scaling your business, you should be able to run the entire business on Zoho. And the numbers that I talked to you about Zoho, we're proud that Zoho runs on Zoho today. So all the collaboration, all the accounting that we do in 120 countries, all the collaboration that happens between employees across time zones and across languages today happens on Zoho. And in fact, this event completely runs on Zoho. That's why all our presentations are online, and everything will be done, from Zoho. But then you may ask the question, is it enough that if we have these 20, 30 applications, and can we just run our business? Yes, you can, but then you have to address some of the other problems. Because assume that you get all these 20, 30 applications from, say, multiple vendors. You got to worry about multiple logins. Because let's say you get a sales application from one vendor, marketing application from another vendor, maybe a collaboration application from another vendor. Well, you have to worry about multiple usernames and passwords, and of course, multiple invoices, multiple billing cycles, and all of these. So what do you typically do? You bring in another vendor who offers single sign-on across all the vendors that you use, and maybe someone else to unify your billing cycles. But then that is just a authentication and authorization integration. But you want the data to seamlessly flow between these. So like when you close a deal with a customer, you want your customer information to be moved to your accounting system. Well, to do that, what do? You bring in yet another vendor to make that happen. And similarly, if you need contextual integrations, you need data synchronization, and the list goes on. You bring in yet another vendor. And that has been happening in the industry, unfortunately. And many people have been using multiple vendors for each of these processes. What you end up with is actually a mess with the integration. Right? Once, let's say you manage to integrate multiple vendors and multiple solutions from multiple vendors, it'll look like this. At least you will want to make it look like this, but in reality, it'll look like this. It's a mess. Integration is a mess. But then that is just integration between two applications or two categories. Once you involve integration across categories, it's more of it's a bigger mess. So the problem here is, again, there are integrations across categories, and once you get into the details is when you see the challenges that you run into. These multi-application vendor integrations in reality look like this. And there is a term for this in the market. This is called the integration spaghetti. And this is a well-known thing. And unfortunately, we are seeing a ton of these because of the number of vendors. With 3,800 vendors in the marketing landscape, about 500 vendors in the back office landscape or just the accounting landscape, and with 500 plus vendors in the sales landscape, and you add all these up, this is what you end up in. So, because these integrations are complex, it's not just the complexity here. Once you start doing these applications, you'll notice that they're complex. But then once you have something that is complex, it means you're expensive. And people end up spending more on integrations than the software itself. And it's kind of well known in the industry today that the integration to software spend is 1 to 5, which means for every dollar you spend on software, you'll end up spending $5 on making that software work for your business. So that's the challenge. That's the integration challenge, which is significantly underestimated in the market today. So that is the reason we are focused on offering an integrated suite. If you go to a CRM homepage, let's take a contacts page, for example, you'll be surprised at how many integrations that you see out there. Apart from the contact, right at the contact information, you'll notice an integration with Twitter or a Facebook right there. Next to it, you'll notice a telephone integration right there. Below it, you'll see an email integration there. Below that, you're going to see a customer support integration, accounting integration, and on and on and on. And not just Zoho integrations, even third-party integrations like Google integrations or Microsoft integrations. So that's why integration is a key thing for Zoho, and because that is where the value is. Sure, offering applications is one part, but offering an integrated suite is what we take pride in, and that's what we are trying to do. I'm not saying we have all the integrations that you want today, but we are well ahead of the curve here, and we are well on the way of providing a good, tightly integrated suite of applications. And that's basically a tightly integrated suites of front office, back office, and collaboration apps. So that's what I mean by the operating system for business, a tightly integrated suite of applications over which you can pretty much run your business on Zoho. Does that mean that you can pretty much start using all the applications? Well, you can start with one. Make sure you like it, and then explore others. You don't have to start with every single application and all of that. Start at one point. After you're happy, you slowly expand. As your need grows, you expand. And that's the reason I asked the first question, how many applications do you use at Zoho? Because that we have noticed that over a period of time, the number of applications that they use keeps growing up. No other vendor in the market today offers this integrated suite, and Zoho is very unique on that. So that's at a high level, I think, about Zoho. Thank you, everyone.